We gonna make it. Boxing King Media, powered by the Riyadh Season. Delighted to be joined by Big Shane Fury. In fact, I called you Big Shane. Did you ever have a boxing nickname?
No, please. I don't even want to talk about the boxing nicknames. Big Shane's quite good, but
Yeah.
not a bad name.
No, there's jokes because you obviously used to box. Did you?
Am I alright here or what? Do you want me to?
Yeah, no, you're perfect.
Say that then.
Just saying, did you have a boxing nickname, just out of curiosity?
Yeah, should be Shane.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. That was that in your amateur days, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, wicked. We're here in Saudi Arabia, days away from your brother taking on Alexander Usyk in the rematch. Obvious question, the elephant in the room, you've lost a lot of weight. As I already said it to you off camera. You know, you're always kind of going to camp. It's almost like you're getting ready for a fight yourself.
No, generally been with Tyson and that, and doing what I've been doing, and I might have lost a little bit, but I don't know if I have or not.
Yeah, I think you're just being too humble there, Shane. Because I've heard from some of the team members you've been sparring some of the sparring partners as well.
Yeah, not definitely doing a bad job of it anyway, but doing a bit of training. But try to do a bit of training each day,
Yeah.
And I've tried to cut the shit out. So I have lost a little bit, but I wouldn't know how much I've lost.
I'm just genuinely curious. Who did you spar and like what was it like?
No, listen, I had a couple of move rounds. That was all.
Okay. No interest in boxing?
No.
Okay, because people.
Not at all. When Tyson's out of it, I'll not look at it again till me boys.
Okay.
Well, I'll always look at it, won't I? Because obviously it's a conveyor belt, isn't it? But something like, yeah, I don't know what to suggest to the boxing, but obviously, yeah, my two sons are boxing, so I'll probably stick with it through them.
Yep, I'm going to talk about young Tyson and young Shane Fury. How are they getting on? I know I got to see Shane box, and I thought you had a first proper amateur fight recently as well. So how are they getting on? How's their development going?
It was getting on all right over here before I come over, but they've been left just training now, so they're only young, aren't they? Really, my aim is not like a listen. I think if you're gonna learn something, try and learn it to the best you can. I'm not really interested in a tippy tap amateur contest. What I see, not like mine's any better, because it's definitely not. But what I'm trying to say is, if I can learn them and put them on the right, get them to punch properly and move their head, and pretty much I'd be a proper boxer rather than a tippy tapper. Because if you are any good, they'll be good in the professionals. Do you know what I mean? I'm not really interested in tippy tap amateur boxing. Now that's no disrespect to little kids who is like that, because they're being taught like that, and that might be the way to win an amateur fight. But not really interested. As long as he can, I teach him what I know. I've been around the game long enough, so I'll try and do the best I can with them. Definitely.
I think whenever your sons are fighting, I think they're going to end up getting a cult following, because like I said, so they're already generating a bit of a fan base, and plenty of exciting times ahead for you and your family. You're here for Tyson Fury business. I know you just done the camp in Malta. You guys are kind of done camps all over the place. How did you find Malta compared to previous camps?
Malta was very good. Very good, yeah. There's little, but we can be anywhere. Las Vegas, and we went down the strip twice, you know, when the fight was on, you know what I mean? So you don't, it can be anywhere really, but we don't really leave the house. But it was good for training. Very hilly. You can walk to the shop, and it's a workout. So the runs was good. People was very good over there and looked after us. So
somebody told me ages ago about Malta. There's a lot of stray dogs. Is that true?
Never seen that.
It must be bullshit that then. So we got to see your brother yesterday in action. You know, did some media stuff yesterday. He seemed quite. Like, I think one of the things I want to talk about is it's obviously been quite an impactful interview that he did with Dev yesterday, where he said that he's not spoken to Paris, not seen the kids, heard from them for 3 months. That's obviously you're a family man. You know yourself, when you're not seeing your missus and kids for that long, just forget the politics between in the relationship in itself, because that's hard in itself. But not seeing him as a man, that's a big sacrifice. People don't realise that, do they?
Listen, He's got his reasons, and there's no serious reasons. It's just more mental that done it, or he said something about like if you reach your goals, you feel good, don't you? You know, and there's him not speaking to his wife and that there, and trying to knuckle down and do what he's doing. Whether it's going to mean anything or not, he's reached a goal, so it's mentally stronger, you know. So yeah, listen, it's whatever makes him comfortable.
Do you think it's a case of like mentally that builds up frustration of weeks and weeks of frustration, not seeing them, and that frustration is going to be unleashed on Alexander Usyk? Is that?
I actually don't know the meaning behind it. He said himself he don't want to go into father mode and then trying to get back into the mode he needs to get in. So I probably agree with that. So 8 week, 12 week, whatever it's been, is probably a bit much, but it's down to him. It's down to him.
No, that makes sense. And people are going to appreciate that sacrifice as well, because a lot of people in this day and age, they want things quick. People want to, you know, start off today and, you know, be doing something at the top level like overnight, and like years of sacrifice. And I find it quite interesting. The guy at his level, at Tyson's level, he can pick and choose, do whatever he wants. And I find it fascinating that at his stage where he's financially set for life already, he's still making that kind of sacrifice. I think that says a lot about his mentality and his hunger, because people are questioned that going into this fight. Don't forget, they've said, oh, he's in for the paycheck, he's not really bothered. I think that in itself tells you this guy, he ain't done with this business.
Again, these opinions and that, they're just blind opinions, aren't they? Because people don't know what goes on. You don't know what's going on at all, really. Like it's me making an opinion of Lewis Hamilton. Don't know the man. Just no contact with him at all. Like, so these opinions is just silly, really. They're I don't know what, they're just noise. They're not even opinions, because my opinion is my opinion. I'm looking at you and I've got my opinion about. They don't even know. They've never even seen Tyson within his company or his attitude. So it's just noise. But I don't think there's when Tyson's doing something, there's no corners cut. He does the best he can every time. You know, I haven't seen many boxers what hasn't. In all fairness, the boxers I've been involved with and seen training out there, they've all been good hard workers. When they're doing it, when Tyson's doing anything, he's doing it to the best he can. You know what I mean? So there's never any risk of him not doing it. Sometimes you don't see him as good a shape, and it's not because of the lack of training when he's doing it. He might be overweight when he starts camp, and he might have a short camp, so he's not had time to get in shape because of his own doing. You know what I mean? Right, because he's never started the camp. But once he's in camp, there's never ever been a concern of him like not training, not wanting to do or cutting corners. Tyson's main thing is you'll do too much. If he's got someone like me in his corner and I was training him, he would do too much. But the fellow who's got sugar and that there, he's always holding him back, and it looks like he's done a good job this time.
Indeed. That's the point I wanted to emphasise, was because I was here for the Fury and Ngannou fight. I know a lot of your family flew out for that. A lot of people were around him during fight week. And for him to take this rematch, and I've seen quite a big narrative on some places, and fans as well, saying, oh, he's not really asked, he's just taking this rematch for the money. And I know he's joking, he said it himself, but what I wanted to highlight is the fact that he sacrificed the people that he loves the most for 3 months tells you this guy is not coming here for the money, he's coming to avenge his loss. That's how I see it. I'm making a fair point.
I'm not no specialist on anything, or pretty much I might not know anything. Let me hold that, because you look uncomfortable.
No, it's all right.
But I keep on watching this last fight, and I can't see like, he took the rematch. There was nothing in the rematch. There was nothing in the first fight. Generally, nothing in it. The rounds he won off like probably 3 punches, and that's the first two rounds. Like, Tyson was winning 2.5 minutes of that first fight, and Usyk landed 1 punch. You know, I think it was he landed a couple of jabs to the body, and he landed a straight left. What was like a big shot, what looked a big shot, made Tyson's head go back. Well, Tyson was hitting him regular that first round. Second round, I thought he might have won the second round. And on there, from there to 8 rounds, I thought he sailed through it, to be fair. Every time I watch it, I see something different. But what I am set on is it was a close fight.
I know you're quite honest with your opinions, so when you've watched it maybe 100 times...
I don't know 100 times, but I've watched it, and it's a close fight either way. Whether you hate Tyson, you for Tyson, or what, it's close.
Which scorecard do you always tend to lean towards? When
It was just a close fight, probably close fight. I've watched it a couple of times.
A lot of people said draw could have been...
I've watched it a couple of times and thought like Usyk, but I have to be very critical of Tyson. But if you're being total neutral, I'd probably give it to Tyson. But it was a close fight either way, you know, because there's opinions about it. But the way how everyone's getting on and the way I keep on hearing about it, and that they pretty much got no chance and he got annihilated.
Yeah.
I don't actually understand what they're looking at.
Are you struggling to keep up with boxing? Download the Boxing Showtimes app for the latest fight schedules, full undercards, boxer stats, news, and real-time updates. It's more than just an app, it's the boxing community you want to join.
Well, I'm going to come on to the predictions in this fight as well, because that's quite a fascinating input as well. But when he came away from that fight, and I see all the interviews I've seen of Tyson, everyone he's done, he's basically said he's not asked about the loss. You know, he's joked about, you know, being down, etc. But you're his brother, you spend more time with him than probably anyone. Like, has it affected his ego, him as a person? Obviously, it's affected you as his brother, because I know you was quite emotional about, you know, because you don't want your brother to lose, do you? You think he's the best in the world.
I don't think it has, really, no. I think the only thing what's new to her is... Like, if you get beat, you can't say you're the best in the world. I'm the man. I'm number one. That's me, and that's probably one of the reasons, isn't it? But listen, both men, I'm sure, done the best they can on the night. And Tyson had a really good fight and a close points decision loss on total wrong game plan. He didn't execute anything what he was getting trained to do. So hopefully, with the right game plan, he should be all right. And listen, he come in, he was very, very light. I know he weighed 18.4, whatever it was on the scales, but in that ring of a night time, he was probably under 18 stone. You know, so
that's been a big thing people are talking about as well. Is he coming in heavier? You can't tell because his beard's that big. You can't tell how he looks, but. You know, you tell me, is that something you're going to reveal on weighing day? You don't want to give it away now?
Listen, there's no giving it away. He'll come on what he's comfortable at. He's comfortable.
Okay.
You know, but he was abnormal light last time.
Okay.
Abnormal light, for obvious reasons. For the first camp, we was 2 weeks out from basically the very last spar last time, that camp. He got cut. The very last, he was doing a 12 round and that was going to be it. So he'd done a full camp there. A month later, he had to do another full camp, and they couldn't hold the weight on him. So he was very light. So it's just what it is. And I do believe I do believe he boxed really well. For me, the only thing that let him down was probably a form of overtraining. Was his bit of wind. But probably if he didn't get caught in the ninth and put down whatever it was. It might have not been a factor. It might have, you know, but...
I think it's common consensus going from 4 to 6, 7. Most people thought he was going to stop him. Then the fight just flipped.
Yeah.
The other aspect of it, you touched on it there.
But even the fight flipped. I think the 8th, Usyk hit Tyson on a punch on the nose. It was disorientated. Didn't you could see him messing with it. But up until that, which was 3/4 way through the round, Tyson was probably winning, yeah? But you give it Usyk, so it was a close round. The 9th was obviously a knockdown, a hard round for Usyk. The next round after that, there wasn't really much happening at all. Tyson was recovering and just moving, so you give that to Usyk. And the last 2 rounds, there was nothing in it, you know? Nothing in it. You give whoever you want to give him, you know? Tyson definitely won the last round. the 11th round, there was nothing in it whether you give it Usyk or not.
I see the point you're making is it was a close fight and people are out there making it look like he got smashed or whatever. And,
Yeah.
So I think I respect that and I accept that.
But
as
again,
well.
really, it really makes no difference what people says.
Yeah. Well, this is the other part of it as well. So
Johnny Nelson, I seen yesterday, and listen,
I was going to bring up Johnny.
Johnny-
I saw what he said to him.
I said, proved you wrong, Johnny, again, because his prediction was Tyson wasn't going to turn up. I don't know where they get this prediction from, but Tyson's not going to turn up. I would say Tyson's probably the gamest boxer in boxing. Who else do you know will fight pretty much till the death in boxing? Because I don't know many people. You know, if anyone's going to quit or is not a deep game person or a fighting man, you know, you have to point at Tyson, won't you? So where they get this? He won't turn up. Let me tell you, Tyson won't turn up if the money's not there. He would rather not fight. He's a prize fighter, as he keeps on saying, and he's one of the biggest in the world. So if the money's not there, it's like me wanting to buy a Ferrari and going to Ferrari agents.
But you know, the good point in that is, Shane, you're saying he's a prize fighter, but people might misconstrue that word prize fighter, that is he only in it for the money. Yeah, he's getting paid, but like you said there, he's putting everything on the line. He's putting his life on the line. He's sacrificing family time. He's sacrificing everything. He's going to give you 100% entertainment.
Listen, there's no fights without getting paid for it.
Yeah,
you know, and I know it's a real world,
So opinions-wise, I remember asking loads of people about the predictions for this fight. The first fight, it was split. It was 50-50. Pretty much everyone I've asked this time, it's like almost 80-90% are picking Usyk to win.
Yeah.
Surprise you?
No, because this, as I've said before,
a lot of these people are saying we want Tyson to win.
It fetches the best out of Tyson.
Yeah, so I want to highlight that because a lot of these people are saying they want Tyson to win.
Yeah. Listen, there's no harm in predictions and that. There's a few rotten bastards, but listen, a prediction.
Name 'em.
It's only
Who are these rotten bastards?
But it's only an opinion, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's their opinion, and it's good. But there's a few of them and it's just like you can't win. There's no chance of winning.
You can't.
But I think everyone's going to be in for a good shock. Saturday night, I think I'm confident that we're going to do the business. I was confident last time, but seeing them both go in there and Tyson's adjustments, what he has to make, I could just see it. I'm just very confident in it.
And just a quick word on your dad. I spoke to Spencer. I know he's under.
Just before we get to all that,
go on.
yeah, because you've spoke to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And probably you can ask these people when you're on camera and that there.
Go on.
You can ask them when it is, but because at the minute Usyk now, on all, and it's fair to do so as well, because he is a great man. He is one of the greatest fighters of all time now, Usyk, isn't he? Facts, isn't it?
Facts.
So he's got. I think the argument is Muhammad Ali, Lennox Lewis, and Usyk, top three.
It's a very good argument. Olympic gold, 2 times undisputed in 2 weight categories.
Yeah, 100%, isn't it?
Beating all British fighters.
And it's not just my opinion, because I do think he's one of the greats. But everyone's saying that. If Tyson goes in there and does a good job on him, where does that put Tyson? Is Tyson in that top 3, or does it not count?
Well, it's fair to say before that fight, people are already saying he's top 10 all time. So
yeah,
if he avenges that loss, there's obviously going to be talks of a trilogy, etc. But you'd have to put him back up there.
Yeah, well, just it's interesting to see like this. He's pound for pound number 1. Does Tyson become pound for pound number 1?
I think Crawford is the one most people think is pound for pound.
I keep on hearing Usyk and Inoue.
Crawford, Inoue, Usyk.
But either way, these conversations, is for me, I don't hear them, whether they are out there or not. They're not out there when Tyson's doing good stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's always, if Usyk wins, he's this and he's that. But what happens if Tyson wins? You know what I mean?
Well, I know your prediction from the first fight. You told me, even on the night, you said 7-8 stoppage. It nearly came in.
I generally
nearly
came
in.
That,
your dad said it as well.
But there's a lot more to boxing.
But it didn't even come in though.
Than being a good boxer.
Yeah.
You know, that is just one slice of the pizza. You've got a pizza and you've got however many slices, 8 slices. And if you haven't got all the slices, You ain't a world elite boxer. Now, half of them slices, the stuff you can't see. Guts, heart, toughness, chin. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't see it. And obviously, Usyk is a very good game man. You know what I mean? But he's got nothing else. He's got nothing what Tyson's not got. Not one thing. Do you know what I mean? So, but I do think I do think like Usyk would not. He'd go out in his shield. Usyk, if he was behind, he'd go out in his shield. Do you know what I mean? Man's a game man.
Yep.
So listen, when people's like that, they all take beating. But I just think that Tyson's going to win.
Well, he told me himself after the fight that Tyson was his hardest ever fight.
It will be, yeah. Well, listen, it was, because the thing is, he's never really had a close fight, really, Usyk, has he?
Yeah, he's had the Chisora fight, but you know,
Yeah.
and he had
Saying that, I thought Chisora won in all
yeah,
fairness.
but he said he had injuries going into that. But two God-fearing men going to lay it all on the line Saturday night. I think it's going to be a fascinating outcome.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think it'd be a good fight, definitely for the fans. We're confident with that he's done the training and that, and everything seems to have gone well at the right time. He's not felt really good a month ago. He's feeling good tonight. You know what I mean? So that's a good thing.
And the big talking point from the first fight was people always, your team never made excuses, Tyson never made excuses or reasons, but people are creating narratives that, you had too many people in the corner, his dad was saying this, Andy Lee was saying that, Sugar was saying this, so
Yeah.
they all want to know who's going to be in the corner
Totally
Saturday
agree
night.
with that. I don't know who's going to be in the corner. I think Sugar and Andy.
Okay,
I don't even know if my dad's coming over now.
okay. Is he recovered? Because I know he's had this horrible bug that's been going around in the UK.
No idea.
Okay, so, and then also I've got to ask you, your brother Tommy, it was a big talking about a few weeks ago. The press conference was quite hilarious. I don't know if you watched it, but I think your dad was trying to keep it respectful with Darren Till, and it was giving him all the respect, and Darren wasn't having any of it. He was putting everything on your dad, and then...
Do you know what it is? I don't really know what to say about that, in all fairness. Don't know. I don't know. Tommy's done very well of what he's done, isn't he? He's made himself a multi-millionaire. He never had 50 pence to get on the bus to go to the gym before he started. So that's the position he was in.
Amazing story.
And now he's a multi-millionaire. So you cannot slate Tommy on that there. The press conference, it was just what it was. There's a man there building a fight. Again, game fighting man. I know, listen, listen. Do you know I've seen Darren Till, I've met Darren Till, and the man's just a normal fella, so it is what it is. But I just thought it was a press conference, some tongue-in-cheek, and what it was. We're all used to them, and they pulled out the fight. Now, I've not actually spoke to Tommy. There might be other reasons behind it. Might have a bigger fight, and Jake Paul fight might be on it. I don't actually know, but that's my opinion on it. But until I hear what it is, it's what it is. Okay. I don't know. We're dealing. The way I am at the minute, listen. I don't actually know what the thing is, but Tyson for me is one of Britain's greatest ever fighters. Wins tomorrow night. He's one of the greatest ever been. He arguably, listen, the greatest. Okay. And then we're dealing with something, just pettiness. You know what I mean? So I'm not interested. I'm not interested in the shenanigans. If I was fighting, which I'm not, because I'm a big shithouse, by the way. I'm not interested in boxing at all.
Yeah.
But if I was to go for a fight and a man kicked me, I'd spit my gum shield out and bite the nose off it. There wouldn't be no issue. So I wouldn't be worried about anyone kicking. And the thing is, if someone wants to kick you for £5 million, I wish Darren Till kicked me to pieces for the money. Do you understand? That's my opinion of it. But I hope there's something bigger in the future for it.
Okay.
To be fair.
Last thing I want to ask you, what are you getting your missus and kids for Christmas?
Absolutely nothing. The kids obviously already done. She's done it. But listen, we've been over here now a long time. We've been over here a long time, and obviously.
When's the last time you saw your missus and little one?
9 weeks ago now.
Yeah,
So.
that must be hard.
Yeah, it's hard for me. Yeah, he's.
As a little heavyweight.
Yeah, he's some boy. Yeah. He's going to be an heavyweight at 10.
I bet
But
he's
listen,
already
there
heavyweight.
ain't no Christmas. If Tyson don't get the decision, I don't know what sort of Christmas it's gonna be, but if he does, it's gonna be a fucking good one.
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
So yeah. But back to Tyson. I'm confident. He's done his training. He's feeling good at the right time. He's done more sparring than any man in history, I'd imagine, for this. And I've seen him do really good things in the gym.
okay.
And he's in a good place. He's, confident. And if Usyk beats him, obviously Usyk's a better man. And that's all there is to it. Because there was no excuses last time. But with modern boxing now, you can have another crack at the whip. And we're confident of it. I'll say it again, I don't think there was much in it the last fight. Either way. So just do a little bit better than that, we should do all right.
Well, I wish you and your family all the best, and may the best man win Saturday night. I'm not sure about that T-shirt. It's got pink, orange, red, yellow. I've never seen any of them kind of colours before.
No idea. I just picked it up as one of the T-shirts. Do you know what it is? I took a suitcase full of clothes with me, and I wore about 4 outfits. And the outfits is a bit of gym clothes and comfortable. So yeah, there's no airs and graces in training camps, and that's just what it is.
It is. Well, you guys are obviously giving it your all, and I think so is Usyk's team. So I think it's gonna be a fascinating night, and definitely Adam Smith's back on the commentary. I don't know if you know that or not on the zone.
Yeah,
you will have grown up watching him, so it should be interesting to have him on the commentary.
Yeah, he's probably the best, isn't he? In all fairness.
I think Adam Smith and Barry Jones are doing the zone commentary.
Eddie
Hearn's the one in the studio.
Yeah, listen, he's not a bad person. Eddie Hearn's like shrewd businessman. He's knows boxing, and is what it is. Obviously, probably if we had him on our side, we'd have a better relationship with him, but he's not. So, and listen, I don't think he's done anything wrong in life, has he? He's
just a businessman, isn't he?
He's obviously backed his own man. There's always been a bit of a rivalry with Joshua and that, and he's backed his own man. So, yeah, Eddie Hearn's all right.
Everyone's one big happy family now. Shane, appreciate your time, brother, as always, and all the best. Unless you have anything else to add?
No.
No. Top man, thank you for your time.
We gonna make it.